There we go. What is going on, my peeps, my friends?
Woo!
Power couple in the house.
All right.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Let's get situated here.
Let me just move this here.
Bam. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Perfecto. All right, guys, what's up, man? My name is Policy Q.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
That's right, guys. We're here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're so excited to be here. It is Monday, man. It is Monday, the first day of your week. Well, usually Sunday is, but Monday is what we kind of consider it here in America, right? But man, we're so excited to be here. I just want to kick off this day strong, powerful, exciting. Oh, my notes are on the phone, so I'll pull it up here.
Yeah, you can pull. No, you can't pull it up here. Nike.
I can pull it up.
All right, cool.
You're ready to link up. It was I'll find it.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're here Monday through Friday, guys. Welcome. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the 5 reasons why men cheat. That's us, right? Why is it that men cheat on the women?
You know what? Sometimes it's wives too, but we'll make that a separate show. 5 reasons why wives cheat on their husbands. But
sometimes it is the girls. It's the girls who are cheating, man. What do you think? What do you think, right? So this is a hot topic that we're going to be talking about today. This is one of those topics, right? And we're going to get right into it.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, guys. If you had a great weekend, if you are here, I want you to like this, okay? Like this. Let us know. Put in the comments. How was your weekend? We want to know. We want to know how your weekend was. We had an amazing weekend. What did we do, baby?
Man, we did have an amazing weekend.
Saturday, my sister came over. Yeah. Right? We worked out, went to church. Church was amazing, man. It was
church was the bomb.
It was a great time. Then we came home and we relaxed. We pretty much relaxed yesterday.
Yeah.
You know? But man, guys, how was your weekend? We're live here on Meerkat, so make sure you follow us at the Cassandra Lee and at Paulo C_Q.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, follow us, right? Retweet this, share this with your community. If you're on Meerkat, we're also live on YouTube. At the Power Couple 0413 is the name of our username on YouTube.
You can subscribe there.
You can subscribe, or you can go to the powercoupleshow.com, which is our central hub for this show. Make sure you leave us some comments below. We want to feel your love. We'll definitely get back to you guys. But let's get right into it. I'm excited. Let's do this. This is the Power Couple Show, and we are live. So we're talking about 5 reasons why husbands cheat on their wives.
So we got this article from yourtangle.com, okay?
Right,
and yourtangle.com.
So we're going to be using their 5 top reasons as reference, and we're going to go into depth on each topic. Feel free to comment or ask questions throughout each, section that we're doing. So reason number 1 why husbands cheat on their wives, according to yourtangle.com,
is emotional connection, right? They're looking for, when they cheat, they're looking for emotional connection. As a relationship matures, power struggle tends to become more prevalent. As obvious as the right and no I'm right conversation, as subtle as timing and frequency of sex, when men experiences repeated power struggles with their spouse, his natural tendency is to go to his cave, which is true. Okay, most men do that, which really means to get quiet, distant, and grumpy, which makes emotional connection that much more difficult. Over time, he misses the emotional connection he previously felt with his spouse. When he meets someone new, they accept him for who he is. It's much easier for him to connect with emotions and feel connection with this new and interesting person. Of course, when the lust and honeymoon period are over, the power struggles start to arise in the new relationship. He'll likely revert to his well-learned pattern, and his struggles will start all over again.
So emotional connection. By the way, shout out to D. Carter Inc.
D. Carter, man.
He shot a wedding for this couple.
So, man, that's so cool, man.
Congratulations to them.
D. Carter, man.
Hopefully it came out good, man.
This guy takes notes, man. He put a picture on Twitter, and he was taking notes on our show.
He's the bomb.
So you're the bomb, dude. Okay, you're awesome.
So check this out, right? So we talk about emotional connection, and you were saying that
it's talking about what happens in any relationship, right? After a while, after you get over the honeymoon stage, after you're over the period of lovey-dovey, what happens is you begin to start. There's a lot of people that may get comfortable. They begin to start more arguments and disagreements, right? You're not so gentle anymore, right? Things kind of just come out of your mouth sometimes, right? And sometimes it can be careless in a relationship. And what ends up happening is that when we fight, right, and this is true, when we fight, men normally, they need to kind of step back and they need to just kind of figure out what happened with the picture. Normally, what men tend to do, not saying all men, maybe this is not what you do, but what most men tend to do is that when they're in a disagreement or in a fight, they'll walk away, or the fight's over and they'll disappear, they'll go for a walk, but really they try to distance themselves so they can kind of think it over of what just happened. And Tangle.com is basically saying that over a period of time, when that happens over and over and over, the man begins to feel disconnected from his emotions. He doesn't feel that same,
or that emotional connection towards his wife.
Yeah, that emotional connection towards his wife, like his wife don't understand him, right? Things like that. And he begins to start seeking this, being accepted, right, in other women, right? And it's easy when you're like looking around and you're just meeting somebody new. It's easy for someone to accept you, right? It's easy for someone to be interested in you because you're brand new, right? But yeah, so emotional connection. Anything that you want to say on that?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, when I read it earlier. And this is not to say that, all 5 reasons are the exact reasons why someone will cheat, but it's at least one of those reasons. Top 5 of them are one of those reasons why a man will cheat, right? But emotional connection is huge, okay? Because if you take the physical connection, you take that out of the way, eventually as we get older, right? All you have left is that emotional connection.
Exactly.
And so what happens is when that emotional connection is no longer intact, both men and women search for it in different areas, which is why we say so much about having God in the midst of it, right? Because that's the best place to search for it. And once you have God, it reunites you closer to your spouse anyway.
Exactly.
But besides the point, how do you because this used to happen a lot between us when we were dating, okay? He'd get angry and he would run, right? He would want to go into his cave or just hide away, right? And so how did we deal with that? Like, how did we face that?
I think
and develop such a strong emotional. Do you think that we have a strong emotional connection?
I think we do. I think we do. Yeah, absolutely. I think that in the very beginning, what we ended up doing is I think that you're just.
I remember. Can I share a story?
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember a time when Paolo and I we got into like an argument, but it was like a business matter, right? So it wasn't like boyfriend girlfriend thing, but I think he either took it that way. Because you wouldn't walk out on your boss like that or like whatever. Anyway, so it was a business matter and I'm having this conversation and in the middle of me having this talk with him, Paolo literally gets up and just walks out in the middle.
That was a long walk.
And I was like, did he just like leave in the middle of me having this conversation with him? And he left. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like the first sign I saw of, an immature behavior, right? He's no longer like this, don't get me wrong.
But you know what? Here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. Look, listen. It was immature for sure. Okay, 100% it was immature, right? But sometimes men need to step back to see the bigger picture. So, yeah, it was immature. How could that have been handled better, right? How could that have been handled better in a way where she doesn't feel emotional disconnected, and in a way where we don't feel like. Because sometimes here's what happens, right? We kind of decide to run away and then we feel guilty and then therefore it prolongs us from coming back.
So here's,
right? So 1 second. So what ends up happening is that basically, right? So the best way to do it is that if you're going to decide to step away, maybe you're in an argument, right? And I learned this from the book that we recommended last week, where you just kind of look at your wife or you look at the person you're talking to, and this way it prevents this emotional disconnection. You say, hey, look, honey, look, I'm really frustrated. I'm really, really angry. I'm really pissed off. I'm mad. Look, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. And also, I want to come back later when my head's cooled off. But I just want to let you know that I love you. And me walking away and me stepping away has nothing to do with me not loving you. Let me just step away now and let me just think what just happened over. Now, of course, it's never going to happen that way, right? It's not going to come out as perfect like that. But do your absolute best to let your wife know, let your partner know that you need to cool off, that you still love her, that no matter what, that's it, period. You just need some time to breathe.
And let me tell you, ever since he started implementing it that way, right, because it's all about how you handle the situation. Every response or reaction has some type of good intent all the time, okay? Yeah. Even if it's the most negative thing. I'm talking about the most negative thing, okay? even if it's the most negative thing, it has a good intent. You have to look for that. You have to search for that. But the moment that he started implementing it that way, immediately, I was like, all right, fine. You know, take your break. It's all good. You know, just come back. You know, make sure you come back, and I want to know what's going on. The reason why women love to know what's going on is because we like to cater to our man, right? We like to be their soundboard where they can release. We also want to make sure we ain't the problem, right? We want to figure out how we can fix this. Can we fix this, you know?
Good point.
Because, right, as women, we want to keep our man standing, right? That's our goal. That's like, it's like, if something's wrong, is it me? How can I fix this? How can I change it? Because we want to cater to them so much. Okay, at least in my case, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I always want to know. I always want to know, because I don't want space being created. The moment space and void is being created, that thing gets bigger and bigger. And if the longer time you feed
that's
it,
the compound effect.
the bigger it gets.
It gets so big that, you know,
it causes division.
It causes division, divorce. Like, you know, you hit on a great point where, you know, here's the deal. I think every emotion is a good emotion. It's just sometimes out of context. So let me give you an example, right? Like, let's take a look at fear. When you look at fear, right, it does a lot of things to a lot of people, you know, and it makes some people run away, and it makes some people do some stupid things, and makes some people paralyzed. But let's use it for the example. Let's say you're in the middle of the woods, right, and a bear's coming at you, right? What's going to happen is that your heart's going to drop, and you're going to have the emotion of fear. You're going to be fearful for your life. So your heart will start pumping, and your legs will just start moving, and you'll start running faster than you've ever run before, because you're trying to protect your life, right? Now, fear in a relationship, right? What really, you know, how useful is fear in your relationship? Not very useful, because sometimes people will use fear, and it'll either make them run away from their spouse, or it'll make them paralyzed, not say a word and not solve anything, or it'll make them do stupid decisions, right? So if you think about it, every emotion is good. We're not saying to be emotionless, but we are saying, you know, there needs to be an emotional connection, right? There needs to be an emotional connection, because at the end of the day, understanding each other's emotions,
that's the best. That's the huge part.
That's the huge part.
Look, it's you and your spouse.
And bringing clarity in those emotions as well.
Yeah, it's you and your spouse. It's not you, your spouse, and your mother-in-law, and your father, your mom. It isn't. It's you and your spouse, not your friends and your spouse. It's you and your spouse. So yes, he may need that break, but like he just said, bring it back. Let's bring clarity to those emotions. Let's understand each other's emotions, because at the end of the day, it's you and I.
It's you and I.
It's just you and I. And if your priority isn't your spouse, get ready for that void, okay? Your priority should be your spouse over anything other than God, okay?
Exactly.
It should be over anything, over money, over business, over jobs, over careers, over hobbies, over friendships, over family. It's literally your spouse. That's it. That's it. That should be your main priority, man. And you won't experience all of this animosity when it comes to emotional connection. What's number 2, Bob?
Number 2, okay, number 2
Noodles
is appreciation, okay? According to Tangled.com, which is yourtangled.com, sorry, we're taking some of the article that they wrote. It says the second thing is appreciation.
Before you read it, guys, you guys are watching the Power Couple Show live Monday through Friday at
10 a.m. Eastern.
We're live on Meerkat and YouTube and the
PowerCoupleShow.com. And if you guys go to the PowerCoupleShow.com, either at the end of the show or while you're watching this, you can receive our free PDF, which is the 7 key components to becoming a power couple. Okay, that's a free PDF, and you're also going to be part of our VIP list. Okay, where you're going to get daily reminders and special updates, because you matter.
Because you matter,
okay,
guys.
Second thing is appreciation. Men love to be appreciated, and like so many people, they don't really know how to accept appreciation, or how to ask for it, or even how to give it to themselves. So when it stops being quite so plentiful from their spouse, and if the relationship contains a heavy dose of blame and criticism, as most do, or even possibly contempt, men start looking for positive affirmations from others. With new love, interest, everything is wonderful, he is wonderful, and the first flush of new relationship. Then we all tend to fall into upcoming criticism, dropping appreciation.
This is huge. I can't remember. I mean, I used to be not good at this area, okay? in showing my appreciation enough. I could do it a lot more, right? And I remember having a disagreement with you, and all you would yell was just, "You don't appreciate me," right? You don't appreciate, remember this?
Yeah.
You don't appreciate, I'm like, I appreciate you, like, I really do appreciate you. What do you mean? And I guess I wasn't showing it enough. Now, I want you, baby, to tell everyone, what form of appreciation do you receive as appreciation? Meaning, is it verbal? Baby, I appreciate you. Is it attitude? Like you can just see the appreciation, right? Or is it support? Go do it, baby. You got this. Or is it with my actions?
I think it's
What's
everything.
The best form?
I think it's everything. Honestly, obviously, you know, actually saying a specific reason why you appreciate me, I think is the best one. And if you embody and encompass all the things that you mentioned, the attitude, the action, right? If you like, I really do appreciate when you can actually point out something in specific that I did that just makes me feel so appreciated. Because like the more specific, personally for me, I'm not sure how many of you guys out there watching this feel the same way, but if you do, please like this, retweet this, right? Because the more people, the more fun, okay?
Yeah.
So more people, more fun, baby, okay? So, but anyways, like you know, when someone can specifically tell you exactly what you've done and that you've done it right, or that you've done it so awesome, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good, right? Because it's not generic, right? It's like it's really speaking right to you. And like with anything, when someone's speaking right to you, it becomes that much better. Like, you know, I remember when I used to be in class, and, you know, the teacher would highlight certain students, not just for being the best student, not just for being an amazing student, not just for being a good student every once in a while, but because they had specifically done something that earned them the right to be highlighted. You know, whether it was because they got 100% on the test, a specific test that was supposed to be super hard, and they nailed it, whether it was in gym class and they specifically stood out and they shot the game-winning shot, right? And people can specifically point out what you did that made the biggest difference. So you get so much appreciation from that.
So would you say basically like paying attention, just paying attention so much so to what you do and honoring it?
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, you know, like thank you for waking up and doing the dishes, or thank you for getting up to.
And I think that, you know, it's really cool because you and I pretty much acknowledge any little thing that we do for each other when laundry, dishes.
Yes.
You know, we pretty much say it. Thank you for cooking. Like you do it, I do it. I think, you know, what we could do more of, I think both of us on both ends, is embodying it, like you said. So not just so much saying it, but showing it. Maybe an appreciation dinner, maybe an appreciation, you know, like
giving back.
Giving back. Yeah, giving back. Baby, is there anything you need from me? You know, I appreciate so much how you take the time out and do X, Y, and Z for the further of our, you know what I mean? Like things like that.
That's real good, actually.
That's kind of to answer D. Carter, right? Because it's what form of appreciation do you love most? And he just answered it for me, which was just embodying all of the appreciation and pinpointing. So paying attention to what it is exactly, and just look, women, we gotta cater to these guys, okay? They go out there and they're pushing it, they're building it, you know, and women do it too. I mean, some of us women are strong like that, and we go out there, we push it and we work it too. And I think the best way to show our appreciation is to honor it, honor each other, show it not just verbally, show it with gifts, show it with action, show it with support, right? Do you need help, right? All of these things. Sometimes a shout out on social media will even do it, you know? But remember, it's you and your spouse, and they're your main priority. You gotta ask yourself, have I shown appreciation to my spouse today? And what exactly was it? If you can't think of exactly what it was that showed appreciation, then take the extra time in your day and show it.
And show it, man. This is the Power Couple Show. All right, we're here Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern, live on
Meerkat, YouTube,
and the PowerCoupleShow.com.
Make sure you go to the PowerCoupleShow.com. Become part of our VIP list. Okay? Receive a free PDF, the 7 ways the 7 key components to becoming a power couple, right? Make sure you go and grab that PDF and also get daily reminders of when things are happening. All right. So we're going to move on to the third thing, which is intimacy.
Intimacy.
Men want a partner who will listen, who will volunteer information about their own lives and discoveries, and someone who smiles and excitedly shares hope and dreams.
This is huge. Oh man, pause right there. Okay. Notice how it didn't say intimacy. A man wants a woman who will rub their back.
And rub their feet.
And rub their feet. It literally said, look, someone who's willing to be what? Encouraging, right? It said, listen to them, volunteer information about their own life discoveries. Someone who smiles excitedly and shares their hopes and dreams. This is huge.
Huge, man.
Because I'm not pointing a finger at men or women. I think both of us can be guilty of this at times. And instead of being excited with hope, sharing dream, what do? Complain.
Complain.
You gotta ask yourself, man, if your language with each other is constant complaining, something is up. You're creating space, man. Think about it. What is intimacy? It's not just in the bed, right? Intimacy, man, is I want your voice.
Mm-hmm.
I want your heart.
Yeah.
Share with what is it that you dream of? I want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a connection.
Yeah, man.
Of your life together.
And like sometimes people think that, once you get married, there is no more intimacy because you kind of know the person. It's not true, man. Like,
every day we evolve.
If you're evolving every day, if you're making the conscious decision to grow, to become better, right?
We're evolving today.
Just sharing these topics with you guys, we want to say thank you for listening to us and watching this as we share with you some advice. But the truth is that as we're sharing this with you, we're learning and we're discovering new things, and we're saying, wow, we should apply more of that. And we actually just did that a couple of minutes ago where my wife kind of, she kind of mentioned some of the things that we should start doing, right? So, but here's the deal. If you're growing and you're evolving every day, right, there'll never be an end to knowing your partner. You're constantly always going to be learning something new. And that's the whole thing about the power couples, right? The power couples are couples that are working together towards a grander vision, towards something bigger than just them two, right? Something that they can both work, something that they could go after. They both can feel on purpose, on fire. And the best part about it is that they both can enjoy and reap the benefits of each other's hard work, which manifested from each other's strengths, right?
This is huge.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. If you want more information and you want to learn how to do that, and maybe you don't have a vehicle, maybe you don't know how to do that, right? Go to thepowercoupleshow.com. When you go to thepowercoupleshow.com, there's going to be a banner that's going to show you guys how we created our first 10K in online, okay, ever, okay? So make sure if you want more information on that. If not, just get the free PDF, okay? But intimacy, baby. Anything you want to share? Yeah,
man, this is huge. It's like I can't get enough of this one topic because I find that a lot of couples, man, like I've seen some couples and like the only verbiage that comes out or the majority of their verbiage is complaining.
Complaining.
Man. Dang, we gotta take care of this. Oh my gosh, I hate this.
What about the times
when stop talking about that and blah blah blah? It's like, man, your language needs to be about the excitement of your hopes and dreams together.
Yeah, you got to be reminded. You got to remind yourself why you got married to begin with. You have to go back to that moment when you said yes, right?
I think building a business together brings such a strong intimacy. Not only a business, building an empire.
Building an empire.
Like every step of a journey towards where we want to go, the fact that you and I say, let's do it together, creates so much more intimacy.
More adventure.
More adventure.
Right? It's crazy.
Man, it's beautiful.
It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, right? But here's the deal, right? Think about this. Like, for example, like I read this somewhere in a blog, and it was this guy, right? It was a guy, and I think it was like, how to be more romantic to your wife. And his wife, basically, it's like late at night. It's like maybe like 10 o'clock at night. And she wants to do these cupcakes, right? But she needs like licorice or something like that. And he's like, she's like, baby, can you get some licorice? She's like, So he's thinking, he's like, I'll just get it, whatever, right? But he's like complaining. He's like, man, I don't want to get this licorice, all right? So he gets on the car, he drives, and he goes to the nearby store. He goes in there, it's closed, right? So his first thing, he's like, good, great. I'm going right back home, and I'm telling her that there is no licorice, okay? There's no licorice, all right? But then he immediately remembers, and he says to himself, why am I giving up so easy?
Right.
Why am I giving up so easy? If this was the very beginning when we were just dating, would I just go back home with no licorice? Or would I push a little harder to come home with what she wants? And he realized at that moment that his marriage could have taken two turns. One, down the wrong path. It's a slippery slope of despair, complaining, depression, oppression, right? Or he can continue to keep fighting, not just to keep it here, but to take it to the next level. And that was so important because sometimes in the midst of these moments, we have to turn our complaints and we have to realize, look, listen, this is your wife. This is your spouse.
This
right?
is your number one, your main priority.
This is your main priority. Would you have acted the same way you had and just give up if you were first dating? The answer is no. The answer is no. So what was different then than now? Time? Time's an illusion.
It's fake.
It's fake. It's not real. You gotta remember why you love your spouse.
Yeah,
right?
man.
So he comes home. It takes him like an hour or more, but he comes home with the licorice. And his wife appreciates him, right? And this is also where the ladies have to come through. We have to recognize when our husband or our spouse is going the extra mile, right? It's because it's the reason why we got married to them. It's the reason why we said yes, because we saw that they were going the extra mile. As a matter of fact, they were going the extra 10 miles. They were going further than they were going further than any other of the guys or any of the women. Which is the reason why you gave them an opportunity. Look, it's the reason why you said yes, because you saw something different in them than everyone else.
Check this out. The easy way to remember it is intimacy into me. Okay, be into me.
I like that. I like that.
And when you think of it that way, you go, okay, if I want more intimacy, what I'm saying is I want more of him to be into me. So in order for that to happen, I need to get into him, okay? Intimacy is the most selfless thing you can do.
Yeah.
It is the most selfless thing you can do. To want it is selfish. But hey, sometimes we need it. And so if you want more intimacy in the relationship, become selfless and be all about them. Be into them so that they can be into me. You get how that works? Intimacy into me.
And for those who have kids, right, you know, when you think about the word selfless, I mean, you guys are parents. I mean,
you already know.
Parents are selfless, right? So take that and apply that to your spouse. I mean, you know, your kids want all of this from you and they're never going to give you anything in return until they get, you know, they're just kids. They need your help, right?
Yeah.
So be selfless, man. So the next...
Before we go to the next one, you know, we had a question here. It says, how do you get a woman to be more expressive with her feelings? And does it make it harder for a woman to express herself if the man already is expressing himself? So I think this has to do with the personality thing, right? Because I think that people in general, regardless of men or women, express differently. Someone like me, I'm an animate person, right? I express with touch.
Touch is the biggest thing. It's like
I want to be touched and I have to touch. I'm always like, come here, please. I just need your love. You know what I mean? If I see him so long away, like on the computer or something, I will be like a pet, right? And I'll just like interrupt him and be like, just pet me. You know what I mean? Because that's how I express my feelings. And if I'm not feeling that way, I will retaliate because I have to get his attention. I need his attention. That's how I am. That's my personality. My husband, on the other hand, his personality is very competitive. It's a competitive personality. He has to be number one. He has to be the best at everything and anything. And so the way he expresses his emotions is through what I would say, doing, results. Yeah. Winning. He expresses it that way. And if he's not winning, it will change his whole mood. It will, I mean, you can't even look in his direction when he's not winning. You're like, who is this guy, right? Because the way he feels is in that expression. So if you want your spouse to express their feelings more to you, you have to figure out how do they express and get on that level. Because for him to share the way he feels with me, I have to get on his level. And I have to say something like, you're right, we lost, man. What are we going to do about it? You know? And then he's
That's
like,
good.
you know
That's
what I mean?
really
And
good.
then
Actually,
suddenly,
that makes a lot of sense, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, get on your spouse's level, right? Because when you do that, they're gonna see themselves in you. And when they can see themselves in you, they're just gonna open up more.
absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
They just feel comfortable, right? Because go ahead. No, you go.
And the other thing is this, because I had a hard time at one point where I didn't feel like sharing stuff with him because, like, he's a very competitive, you know,
Great
like
word.
he's like, you know, shake it off and get up and run. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but I can't shake it off. I'm like in pain, right? And so there was a point where I didn't even want to share with him because I was struggling with something. Okay, I was struggling with something for months now, right? And I overcame it recently. But it was like I'd make the commitment to overcome it, and I'd constantly find myself backsliding and always back in the same position. So I was regretting the fact that I shared with him I'm going to overcome it, and then, you know, disappoint myself and end up back in the same spot for him to be like, you know, and look at me like, you know, you're so whack, you know? And so there was that point, and I had to let him know, right? The best policy is transparency, okay? I had to let him know. I said, babe, honestly, I don't feel like sharing this with you because this is what I feel like is going to happen. And so he was like, oh, you know, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, like, so what I'm trying to say is this. If you want your spouse to open up more, ask yourself, how are you receiving their expression of feelings? How are you receiving it? Because if you're not receiving it in a way that is uplifting and effective to them and their needs, that's probably why they're not sharing it, okay? So you want to be supportive in such a way that no matter what is about to come out of their mouth, right, you are going to love them unconditionally and help them through it, no matter what.
Very good. Great response to that question.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep moving here, okay? The next thing is feeling wanted, okay? And all of you guys are like, when are they going to get to the sex? We're going to get to the sex in a second, all right? Everyone wants to feel wanted, regardless of age, gender, or occupation. Men are no different, and men tend to be socialized to provide security, strength, and expectation, rather than something to be appreciated for. As life moves along, a man can often feel like his contribution is taken for granted and who he is, as opposed to what he can provide, become less important, and a new relationship settling, he matters again.
Yeah. Before we go into that, just somebody wanted to know what exactly was it that I was struggling with. I just want to answer that real fast because I like to be open. So I was struggling with something that could lead into depression. It could lead into it, and what it was just me feeling insecure or incompetent of becoming the best version of myself. And so therefore I would do nothing. Like, there's a fight for our legacy, and I was letting life beat me in that fight. I was allowing life to beat me, and I was just not fighting back. I was just down and out, don't count me in, whatever, right? And I was struggling with that, and I would fight for a second, get hit, and I just back out completely. And so that's what I was struggling with, but I overcame it now, so which is great.
Congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
All right, guys, this is the Power Couple Show here Monday through Friday at
10 a.m. Eastern, live on Meerkat, YouTube, and
thepowercoupleshow.com. We're here talking about the 5 reasons why men cheat. We're going to do a quick recap. Okay, we're on the 4th one right now. Okay,
wanted.
Okay, they want to feel. The first one is emotional connection.
Emotional connection.
Okay, second one is appreciation.
Appreciation.
The third one is intimacy.
Intimacy.
And the 4th one right now is they want to feel wanted. Okay, they want to feel wanted, man. They want to feel like, man, if it wasn't for you, man, I don't know where I'd be, man. They want to know. They want to feel like, damn, man, I just want to say I appreciate you so much.
I want you. I need you.
I want you, right? I want you. I need you, right? And here's the deal, right? It's like sometimes, like here's what I feel when here's what really makes me feel good. Like in this, we're all adults here, right? We're married, okay? And I think that what makes me feel really good is when I'm like sexually desired for. It makes my confidence goes up. It makes my self-esteem go up. It makes me feel like, wow, man, like, yes, I feel on top of the world. It's like, for me, feeling wanted really, really is like more being sexually desired.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know if any guy out there can relate to this, but if you can, put it in the comments below. If you relate to this differently, let us know. But for me, it is being sexually desired by my spouse.
Yeah. You know, I can relate to that too. There's no greater feeling than knowing that your spouse wants you. Mm-hmm. You know, like they want you. I mean, any guy in the world can want me and it won't do me any good. But the fact that my husband wants me is like, it means everything, because that's the man I sleep with at night. That's the man I'm coming home to at night. You know, it's like, if he wants me, it's like, it's the best. But not only that, right? I think there's more to it than just a physical want. You know, the fact that you want me around, the fact that you want me to come with you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
The fact that you want me, to show up to when you're doing, speaking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want my support? You want me there.
Yeah,
what I mean?
You're right.
Like for example, like when I started my acting, it was so difficult because I wanted you there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to go on an audition or anywhere without him, because he is my better half. Like he makes me more confident. He makes me stronger. Just his presence.
It's crazy because
true.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Like just his presence makes me feel like I can conquer the world. Just his presence alone. And that's the best part. So the fact that and I hope I show this enough, this whole wanting thing. I think I do.
Oh yeah.
Like I want you, I need you,
Honestly, sometimes I take it for granted.
You do.
I'm so sorry. I gotta work on it.
But it's cool though, it's cool. Because I'm the same way. I want to be wanted too.
Why did you update it?
Yeah.
You updated Meerkat?
Yeah.
When you updated it?
The day that this has been happening.
Ah, man. What's up with it, man?
I don't know, man.
You better put it back on, man. Hurry up. It's disconnected.
Are you sure?
It's done, bro.
No, it's not.
Done.
No.
That sucks, dude.
All right. Ooh.
Did you put the title or no?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you just pressed it in again?
Yeah, it's just stream now still.
Oh, that's so weird, man.
I don't know.
Anyways, we got disconnected on her side, but what's up, Meerkat, on my side? What up, dogs?
What up, Pete?
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about wanted, right? Feeling wanted, not just physically desired, not sexually desired, but feeling wanted and supported, feeling wanted around each other.
Make sure you are expressing how much you want your spouse, okay? Express that, because I don't think it's just a man thing. I think women want to feel wanted. They want to feel needed. They want to know that we are your queen. We are your everything.
Yes, sir.
I think that when I know that, I don't have to think about anything else, right, baby? It's like, if we feel that way, you're really going to push a strong, healthy relationship. So apply. Let's move on to number 5, right? Número 5.
Número 5, sex. That's what your dirty minds came for.
Sex.
Someone just comes in there.
Whoa, sex.
Sex. That's what your dirty minds came for.
Oh man, you guys are funny.
Okay, anyways.
So sex.
Talking about sex.
His Meerkat is Paulo C _Q. PAOULO C, the letter C _Q.
Yeah.
Okay. So PAOULO. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're talking about sex, man.
The last one is sex. Let's talk about this.
Okay. Men generally do want sex and more,
sex.
and the better. Sex is one of the ways that men feel connected to their partner. Men also feel appreciated and wanted when they have sex with their partner. So for men, sex provides the first 4 items on our list, plus physical pleasure that allows men to focus totally in the present moment. That's funny.
It's the truth.
In a new relationship, the sex tends to be a lot more frequent, at least initially. So what's the answer? When men think about cheating, it's likely he's not happy about the relationship. He or she is missing something. Probably one of the first 5 things we talked about, right? So sex, right? Actually, that's funny, but it says that men, when they have sex,
it kind of meets all of these.
It kind of meets all of them, right? That's interesting. Would you say that for women too?
For women?
No. You know they're creating something like Viagra for women?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, that's cool. But I think that
weird, right?
for women, kind of. It depends on how the sex is done.
Dude, man, you get like bunch of comments, man.
But
my
check this
people
out.
on Meerkat, you guys are dead,
They're
man.
silent, yo.
Dude, are you guys bots? Are you guys robots? Like the damn thing, retweet the damn
Wait,
thing.
so check this
say
out.
something.
So check this out, right? I think, like, because you just asked a really cool question, was that does sex for a woman cover all those 5 areas too? I would say depending on how the sex is done, right?
Very
Because
cool.
if it's just hit it and quit it, no, I'm sorry.
Hit it and quit it.
It does not meet all the needs. It
Sometimes
has to be.
you don't have time. You have to hit it and run. Hit it and run. You gotta do a hit and run.
Well, that doesn't satisfy all of the needs for a woman. Me personally, hell no. You better give me some time, right? You better love on me and give me my needs, my desires too, before you hit it and quit it. So there's an appreciation. I mean, you guys know what we're talking about, right? You know how to love on each other. There's a difference between having sex and making love, okay? If you make love, it'll meet all of my needs. But if it's just having sex, like boom, boom,
if you're
that's
doing
it.
a hit and run, it ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. But I'll tell you this, sex is a beautiful way, and I want to tell the wives something, it is so powerful that when your man says, baby, let's get to it. When they say that,
let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and
me.
All right, anyway, so there's something really awesome about you satisfying your man's needs. Something really powerful when you can do that consistent every time they ask, whenever they want it. And of course, have a boundary too. I mean, if you're not comfortable doing it in places you shouldn't be doing it, of course, make that verbiage clear. I'm not gonna get too much into it, like, the different kinds of sex, but hey, satisfy your husband. If your husband wants something, give it to him. All right. Oh man, I have to do a lot of work. Oh man. All right, so look, baby, let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things. Me, sex, baby, now sex. All right, so anyway, so there's something beautiful and powerful.
Let's talk about sex.
When your man says, let's get to it, and you're like, I love making him chase just a little bit. It's just funny. Because it makes me feel like I'm wanted.
Guys, I'm a Meerkat, man. Are you guys like ghosts? Are you guys bots? Are you guys not there? Are you guys real? Like this, retweet this.
Retweet it, y'all.
Like, there's more engagement happening in my wife's Meerkat.
Do you think
she has less people?
Do you think women or men require more sex? Honestly,
let's talk about sex.
I think the statistic is that most men, want it and need it
more.
We're
thinking about it more, man.
But
we're thinking about sex way more.
There are women who have like a man's mind who just constantly are thinking.
Do you have a man or woman's mind?
I think about sex a lot like a man.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Personally.
Yes.
Stupid. I think about it a lot. I think that when you're so focused about life, you kind of forget about sex.
That's
like
true.
when you're focused about our vision and dream, you're like, sex? I don't even know what that word is. Have to remind you sometimes and be like, boom.
Let's talk about sex.
And then be like, oh yes, I have this here. But I think that it all depends on the woman, on the person. But like I said before, cater to both of each other's needs. It will make a healthier sex life, okay? Very healthy, because I remember, I don't know how deep you want to go with this, Dave, but...
Are we going to take our clothes off?
Yeah, no. If you're not meeting each other's sexual desires, your sex life is going to become unhealthy. Someone's going to feel unappreciated, unwanted, right? Because in sex is your time to show just about all of those 4 other reasons before that, is to show it all in that one moment.
Yeah.
With each other.
It actually should lead up to that one moment.
It should, by doing all of that.
And that makes it that much more fun.
Right. Because if you're just, like I said, if you're just hitting and quitting, it's not going to help.
If you're just doing a hit and run, like...
You got to actually...
You know, it's not gonna work.
You gotta actually take, you know, this gift that God has given us for marriage, sex, and use it in a way to meet all of those needs. Show all your love, your passion. Show all of your appreciation, the want, the need to each other. Fulfill each other's sexual desires. On both ends, it's so important. So important.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing, right? Any questions there? You got questions, or what's up?
Yeah, don't get too distracted by success that you forget about having sex, because women want to know that you want them. They want to know my husband wants me. Okay, right, baby? He don't even want to talk about this topic anymore. He's like, let's just go do it. He's like ignoring me the entire time.
Exactly. I'm not thinking about success no more. I'm just thinking about sex.
Oh man, guys, look. Let me tell you something. All of these 5 things are important, and sex is a way to acknowledge all of them. Okay, to acknowledge all of them, but it shouldn't be the only avenue you do so. Should not be the only avenue you do so.
Exactly. No.
And make it special, man. Don't let sex just be like this.
No, man. You gotta have
same
fun.
thing. Like, don't let it be the same thing.
You gotta get crazy, man. You gotta do something.
Do something that leads into it, right? You know, like build up the sex so that it's more anticipated. It's more wanted. It's more,
it's more amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Have fun.
So guys, this is the Power Couple Show. Right, follow CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. And we're here Monday through Friday at what time?
10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern. Okay.
Live on Meerkat and YouTube and the PowerCoupleShow.com. We got someone here in Spanish. As mujeres tienen que sentir amadas y deseadas. What does that mean?
What did you say? A mujeres tenemos que sentir amadas y
deseadas.
Deseadas.
What does that mean? What's deseadas?
Empanadas.
Empanadas. No. What's deseadas? You know?
Deseadas. I know what the first part is. We need to feel love.
Yeah.
And then deseadas.
Or desperate. Or like wanted.
Drool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true. Claro que sí. Claro que sí.
Claro que
right?
sí.
Women love when men are just desiring them.
Yeah.
Desiring them.
For sure.
And loving them. It's really true. It says here, some of us just don't care about sex all the time. And do you think people use sex as an escape from their problems?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I think in average relationships, where there's no communication about what's happening, dude, and it's just about, yo, let's just hit it, boom.
Dude, let me tell you something. That's like the worst kind of sex.
Yeah.
It's bad, man, because it's like you got one person like this, and they're like,
and the person's just like, all right, are you done? Right?
Right, and the other person's like.
It's true though, but let me tell you something. When 2 people are leveraging their strengths for a common goal or vision, they're appreciating each other. Their emotional connection is on point. Yeah. Their intimacy is on fire. They're feeling wanted. Your sex life is going to become absolutely phenomenal, and it will no longer feel like a distraction from where you're going. It is going to be absolutely amazing. In fact, it's going to feel like you're a part, like it's a part of the success. It's a part of the vision. It's a part of the dream, because now all needs are being met. I say work on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you'll see how explosive number 5 becomes. All right?
Couldn't have said it better. Okay, guys. So we're going to recap on what we just talked about here, okay? We were talking about a lot of sex, okay? But we're going to recap really quickly, okay? So today we were talking about the 5 reasons why husbands will cheat on their women, okay? We said that the first one is what, baby?
Emotional connection.
The second one is appreciation. Third one is
intimacy.
Fourth one is
wanted.
Fifth one is sex.
Guys, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad you're here. Do you think finances can distract from sex?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Actually, talk about the 3 things that can cause division.
3 things that cause division: communication, finances, and sex. Okay, so if you're not communicating, if the finances are becoming so overwhelming, actually, if you make them your priority, finances should not be your priority.
I mean, seriously, finances are going to be
they're essential for life, but don't make them your priority over your spouse. I was in. Oh man, these comments are coming in fast.
And don't give them the power, man.
I was in the doghouse the other night. One reason is like I like to stay up late and do my music, and she likes to go. I'm married 16 years, and she is my life beautiful. Go to bed early, and that turns into a big deal. Hey, man, I feel you, man. You know, this is why I'm telling you, you want to have a better sex life, meet the first 4 needs, which is emotional connection, right? The second one is, what's the second one?
Come on, man, the second one.
There's intimacy, there's wanted, and then
the second one's
appreciation, and then sex. If you can build a strong emotional connection based on what we talked about earlier, if you can show them appreciation based on what we talked about earlier, if you can be intimate with them based on what we talked about earlier, and if you can show that you want them based on what we talked about earlier, your sex life, you won't have that problem where one wants to go to bed early and this wants to happen. Look, sex will start happening spontaneously because of how much is happening. Yeah. So do you think that not sharing something together crashes a marriage? Absolutely. Absolutely. You heard?
What's up?
You can put that away, baby. Do you think that not sharing something can crash a marriage?
Yeah, for sure, man. You know,
look, we literally share everything. Like if I see someone attractive walk into the room, I will say, "That's a fine ass man." It's better to just put it on. Just let it shed some light on it. Okay. Seriously, because if it's in the light, it won't surprise you.
Exactly.
It won't.
What's that thing that they taught you? Okay, anything that you have to hide
is just wrong.
Is wrong.
If you have to hide something, you shouldn't be doing it.
If you gotta hide something in your relationship, you should not be doing it. Okay.
This is huge. I mean, even with a girl with a
unless you're gonna start a business and you got a crazy wife and she's like, I don't want you to put the red money. And you're like, not gonna share that with her. Just go all in.
This is huge though. This is a big deal. Like even if I see a woman, right, who's very attractive, I know he's gonna look. So I'm just gonna bring it into light. Either he'll share it, and if he doesn't, then I will, right? If he's like, did you see that? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I saw that, damn, right? You know what I mean? Or if he's not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it like, wow, like that woman has an amazing body. You know what I mean? Because look, we're human beings. You just can't feed into it.
Exactly.
You can't feed into the flesh.
Yeah, don't hide it, man.
But the thing is, the moment you hide it, that begins the feeding. You're feeding it.
You'll get more in trouble for hiding it than just saying it.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. I mean,
and then like if your spouse is sharing this with you, it's not for you to
get angry,
freaking slap them right in the face, right? It's not for you to like punch them, right?
You can't, because then you have to ask yourself, how many times have you checked someone out?
Yeah, and even then, you got to look at it from the point of, wow, he's opening up to me. He's sharing these things with me. And
it's better to just be united than be right.
Yeah, sometimes, man, it's better to be right than something's better.
Be united.
It's better to be together than it is to be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean to be right.
Get out of my face, yo. It was like you wanted to repeat what I said without saying what I said.
I was like, I don't want to repeat it. How do I say it differently?
But it's true, because if I get mad, now we're going to be doing this. But if I just go on his side and I agree on it, there's no harm in that. There's no harm in that.
Josh, I got the first person who said something on my meerkat. Josh, my man. I appreciate you. Everyone else, you guys are bots. You guys are not real.
Un casamento se amor, se cariño,
thanks, bro.
Se
appreciate
sexo,
it.
Locura no presta.
Un casamento se me amor, se cariño, se sexo, locura no presta.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I totally slapped that.
I don't know if she's like writing in like Spanish. I mean, like in like slang.
She might be speaking maybe a little Portugal.
Or Portuguese. All right, guys. Hey, guys, we're going to end the show here. We hope you had an amazing time. This was an awesome topic. I appreciate your love, your feedback. Share this with someone. Retweet this. Follow me. I will follow you back. Yeah. And make sure you bring the power couples to life. This is a power couple movement. We want to see power couples hopping up all over the world.
Up.
Let's stand up for what we believe.
Let's
stick together and let's get strong.
This is Policy Q,
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. I know we're not the only ones out there. Go to thepowercoupleshow.com. Receive your free PDF, 7 ways 7 key components to become a power couple.
Yes.
Okay, become part of our VIP subscriber list. We can't wait to see you mañana.
That's right. We're gonna create a club just for power couples, and if you're on that list, you'll be the first to know who can be a part of that club. It's gonna be freaking amazing.
For sure, man.
Guys, we love you so much. Peace, love, chicken grease. Tomorrow we'll be here again. Love
everybody wants to join now, huh?
Peace.
Look, everybody wants to join now.